Alright, so let's get this started with the bang and talk about grenades first. So, multiple different types of grenades. But, if you have grenades in your pocket or in your tactical rig, you might not be sure which one you're going to throw if you have a bunch of them in there like that. Don't know what's going to come out next. So, we'll show you. You got one in your rig, one in your pocket. Just throw a grenade out real quick. Pockets first. So we can do with that. Set your pockets up. Like this. Now you know you're going to have an F1 come out, and then you're going to have a Zarya come out. Then an F1, flashbang. Back and forth. Gives you a little bit more control over what you're going to do next. Alright, so the next difference is going to be between overhanding a grenade and underhanding a grenade. So we have two RGDs here. Pull one out. Overhand. Not going to move the mouse. Then underhand, which you do just by right-clicking. Gives you a little more control on how far it's going to go. Pull the grenade out, left mouse is the overhand. Right-click, underhand. This also applies for all types of grenades. Ones that you want to be careful with on that, though, are the impact ones. It's not going to have as much of a roll. So if you underhand this, it's going to explode right in front of you. So just be aware. Now let's say you pull a grenade out, pull the pin, but you don't want to throw it. You can just use one of your keybinds and pull the gun back out, and it'll put the pin back in, save the grenade, won't be a waste. And the last thing about grenades is you can bind them to keys like you do your meds. So right here I got 4, 5, and 6. So you can pull out a flash. You can pull out the F1. Pull out the VOG. Gives you much more control if you have multiple grenades with you and you want to pick out a certain one. Alright, so the next topic is going to be about guns and mags. So one of the first ones, pretty simple, can save your life though. Shooting a bunch of rounds, say you run out of ammo in that mag, and you're in the middle of a fight, double tap R, and you'll do a quick reload. Notice the mag gets dropped, so you gotta make sure to come back for that. Doesn't go back in your inventory, but it can save you a couple seconds, which could be what you need to win the fight. Another way to have a little bit more control over which mag you're going to use is you can hold down R and use the scroll wheel and select which mag you want to put in. So, let's say I want to use a 30 rounder here instead of one of these 60 rounders. Great, that one goes in, because usually it picks your fullest mag and puts that in. Now, let's say you have a mag filled with some kind of scrap ammo that you're going to use to kill scavs. You can tag your mags. You can see the green marker right above that one. And you can kind of keep a idea of which one has what. So this green one, I have a Golnik in. I know that one's full of a Golnik. Use that one to kill PMCs. Now any one of these other mags, I can just pick and use one of these 30 rounders to kill scavs with. BT ammo. Just so you're not wasting all your good ammo on scavs. The way you can tag mags is if you right click on it, go to the tag, pick a color. You could try to name it, but it's not going to show up. So you just pick a color, and you know that one will be your good ammo. So a quick tip with checking mags, as far as like how much ammo is in them. You get a mag off of a scav, and you don't want to check it. You can just throw it up there, and it'll show you 10 out of 10 if it's full. If it's one of your mags, you can just middle mouse button, click down on the mouse wheel, and it'll start to check it, and it'll tell you kind of where it's at roughly. So a couple other guns that selecting your ammo with the scroll wheel is kind of useful on is shotguns and SKSs. So shotguns, Holding down R, using the scroll wheel, I can choose which ammo I want to load into it. So if I want to put the 5 rounds of rip in, and then I want to top it off with an AP-20, can do that. Now with SKSs, say you shoot a couple rounds, you don't want to reload the entire mag, you can pick your ammo to just either top load, or you can change out the mag altogether. So we could just top load a couple of rounds of tracer in there. And then if you just press R like normal, you'll just switch out the mag. So something that Battlestate added in is the gun jam. You can see right now that I have a weapon malfunction. So something you can do is bind the check and the fix to the same key bind. So if I press L, malfunction bolt jammed. I just hold it down past that, and it'll quickly clear it so that I'm not trying to spam some other keys to try to get it to clear. So, inspect current weapon is L, and then fix the chamber, or check chamber, fix malfunction, I have on L release. Because you have to inspect the current weapon first to know what's wrong with it. So inspect current weapon, L. L on press, sorry. Inspect current weapon, L on press. Fix the malfunction, L on release. Just press it once, and the second time you press it, hold it down, it'll clear it for you. Another good quick bind to have is your discard. So normally it's right click, discard if you want to drop something. Good way to do it is to bind discard to a key on your keyboard, so you could just do a quick drop, whatever you like. It's very useful for when you're searching scavs or your inventory gets full and you want to ditch something really quick. Makes looting a lot faster. So another little trick with guns and accuracy that people aren't really aware of is how much a laser device can actually help you. I get that a laser pointer, if you have it on, it can give away your position, but if you have one of the IR ones that doesn't even really emit any light, it still works for hip fire accuracy. So right now, MP7, there's no laser on it. I have 2 mags. Both of them have the same ammo in them. So I'm just going to hold my mouse up, not going to control it at all, and we're just going to fire right there at that little dot. Everything went up. Not bad grouping, but still not the best. So we'll put this on. Reload the mag. So there's our normal laser. Now we'll switch it to an IR. You can see that it's still on, the little green light behind it. Aim for the same spot. Go and hit fire. You saw where that grouping was on this one. All right in there. There's no laser pointer. There's nothing on. But just having the IR light on increases your hip fire accuracy by a lot. Recommend doing it every single time. Alright, so the last thing I want to talk about is movement and sneaking. How weight affects that. So you can see right now, I'm about 60 kilos. And you can also see in the bottom left corner that my guy can only go at half speed. If I start running, he gets exhausted very quickly. You need to be aware of your weight and how it affects how quiet you are. So I can't really move that much. You can see the little speaker in the bottom left corner. It always has at least one little sound tick coming out of it. That means I can't go completely quiet. Now, if I drop a bunch of this weight, I can move much faster just walking around. My footsteps are a lot lighter. And if I scroll down with the mouse wheel, I can now actually get quiet when walking on a surface. Very good to know how much weight you have and how it is affecting the sound that you're putting out to the people around you. I get rid of all the weight. Yep. And I scroll down, my footsteps become a lot lighter a lot sooner. Another thing, if you're trying to level up your sneak, you have to have no little sound ticks coming out of the speaker in the bottom left, and that's when you are leveling it up. If you have any little sound ticks coming out of it, you won't be leveling it up. If you guys got anything useful out of this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would help me out a lot. And I do stream on Twitch occasionally at twitch.tv/relaxedrpg. Come on by.